Here we go. Hi, Mr. President Kevin Baugh. Welcome to the Meetup Spot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, all right. I guess let's get going. So,
Sure.
tell me about yourself and your growing up story.
Oh, growing up. All right then. Um, sure. that's, that's a different. Usually, I get the first question about what is Molossia and everything, but no, that's great. Actually, no. I was born in Southern California and moved around a lot. My father worked for the Fish and Wildlife Service and the Forest Service, and so yeah, we bounced around all over the Western United States. And it was while we were living in Portland, Oregon, that I originally founded the Republic of Molossia. Back then, it was called the Grand Republic of Volstein. But we were very nomadic until, I'd say, as a nation, until 1998, when I got back here to Nevada, one of the places I'd lived before, uh, back here to Nevada, and uh, obtained some property here, and that became the home to our nation.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty neat. All across the Western United States, Southern California, then Portland. That's a lot of places to move, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we lived in California, obviously, in Oregon and Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. So pretty much all over that area. Oh, and a little while in Wyoming also. So pretty much all over the Western U.S. Yes.
That's awesome. So, tell me what's it like living in the Western U.S.
I like it. It's kind of like wide open spaces kind of thing. I mean, it depends on where you are. Obviously, it's a little more urban when you get over to California and especially Los Angeles and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It's nice. It's neat. We don't have a lot of trees here in Molossia or in Nevada over the border there, and and so you can kind of see forever, if you will. Literally, there's a hundred mile view just right up the road here. You can see 100 miles. And so a lot of little low mountain ranges and so forth. You can see them all the way in the distance.
Ah, okay. So what were in the planning stages when you first started with your buddy James when you were 15, I believe,
Yeah.
and I know you watched The Mouse That Roared.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. My friend James and I watched that movie, and we were very inspired by the imagination and creativity of the movie. Have you ever seen it? It's
Oh
old.
no, no.
Yeah, it's a very old movie from 1960. But anyways, just in brief, it's about a tiny country in the U.S. that gets aggrieved by. I'm sorry, tiny country in Europe that gets aggrieved by the U.S. and they decide to invade, wearing chainmail and carrying bows and arrows and so forth, and they with the plan of losing the war against the U.S. Because what happens then? The U.S. comes in and fixes up your country and all that cool stuff. Well, instead, they capture the world's most powerful atomic bomb, about the size of a football, and and then they become the most powerful country on earth. Instead of losing, they win the war. And we thought that was really creative, very clever idea, and so we decided to start our own tiny nation called the Grand Republic of Volstein. And James was the king, and I was the prime minister. That's right; it was a republic with a king. But what do you know when you're 15 years old? And so, especially back before they had the internet and all that. And anyway, and yeah, we went strong with it for a while. James moved on to other things and so forth, but I stayed with the idea. And as I said, once I got territory here in within Nevada, this became the home of the nation. I renamed it to Molossia, and we've been going strong ever since.
Well, first of all, that's cool, and it's kind of interesting that you got yourself a promotion.
Yeah, well, prime minister to president, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And you still connect with James to this day?
No, I last I heard, and it was probably 15 years ago now.
Oh,
He married a young lady and moved to Mexico, and
oh,
I
wow,
have not
wow,
heard
wow,
from
wow.
him since. So I'm assuming he may still be there, or who knows?
Hmm. Okay, okay. So for the mouse that roared, who was your favorite character there?
Well, I mean, Peter Sellers, he plays like about four different characters in that
Oh,
movie, and he's very, very clever at it. That was one of his things, is to play several characters in his movies and so forth. And he's a really, really funny guy. So obviously, he's the one. He's the main guy. He really is the main guy in the whole movie. He's the Duchess, and he's the Prime Minister, and he's the the I guess the main character was like a what is that like the forest, the guardian of the forest kind of guy. I can't remember, think of it, like a forest ranger kind of guy, and and so forth. So yeah, yeah, probably him because he's pretty much everybody.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Four characters. So,
Mhm.
okay, so next is why do you do what you do?
I like the idea of having my own country. That's really, I mean, simply put, it's a continuous exploration of what makes a nation, imagination, of creativity, and it sparks me constantly. What can I do with this idea of having a nation? And we do unusual and different things all the time. But countries, countries are kind of complicated. They're kind of like Shrek's onions. There's lots of layers, and so there's lots of layers to every nation, and that includes Molossia as well. And so I really enjoy revel in peeling back those layers, seeing what we can do with the idea of having our own nation.
Peeling back the layers. Love the yeah, love the words there.
Yeah,
So what's the mindset here?
the mindset. Well, we feel that we have our own nation. It's a very tiny nation, not recognized by any other country, but we feel that we actually have our own sovereign nation within the United States, and that we act in every way as though that is the case. There
Okay.
are, most everybody else on Earth would say, no, you don't really have a country. You're too small. You don't have resources. You're inside the U.S. But we act in every way as if we have our own nation, and we live that life every day here in Molossia.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So what are the experiences and challenges of starting a micronation?
I think the experiences would be well. Okay, let's start with the challenges. Challenges is just understanding what goes into having a country, making a country, building your nation, and then how are you going to put that into effect? I mean, it could be something as simple as, okay, you want your country to have a flag. Every country has a flag, right? So you want your country to have a flag, okay, and you want your flag to have, I don't know, a shark on it. I don't know, I'm making stuff up here. All right, well, there's not a lot of shark flags out there, so you're going to have that flag custom made, and that we have something to actually fly on occasion, if not every single day, run up the flagpole and everything. And so that's just one example of the many challenges. How are you going to go about getting that flag made, or are you just going to be satisfied with it just being virtual and just being something on the website but not actually in real life? Now, as a sidebar, no, an extension of that, we encourage we encourage other micronationalists on regularly to build their nation and how to go about doing it and what they're going to do with it and so forth like that. Offering advice and assistance is definitely something that we excel at. We really enjoy and so forth. And I lost my train of thought on that, but at any rate, so that's kind of one of those things where you have to kind of figure out what are your resources, how are you going to do that, and that's just one of many things. How are you going to make money, literally like earn money, for your nation, or also just make money, like as in what your banknotes and your coins and everything. Those are some of your bigger challenges, just trying to put it all together and actually have this as a country. We meet up every 2 years in an event called Microcon, which is a micronational convention. And really is just that. It's a meetup of micronationalists from literally all over the world. And and at that time, you get to see what other micronationalists have done with the idea of what makes a country. What have they done with their country? Do they have like medals that they give out, or do they have what's their government look like? That kind of thing. Is the person at Microcon, is that the king, or is that just somebody that's going along and the king decided to stay home because he was he had schoolwork to do or something? I don't know, you know that kind of thing. So anyway, that was a big sidetrack right there. But I hope I answered your question or questions on those.
Pretty good. What you said? Did you help other micronations?
Yes. Hmm.
Oh, can you tell me one micronation you helped?
Oh, lots of them. I mean,
Oh, wow.
yeah, yes, absolutely. Because Molossia has been around for almost, let's see, I think we're about 48 years now, 47, 48 years, something like that. And 48, yes. And so we're kind of like the best known micronation, and like the grandfather or the father of micronations, if you will. And so it's almost every micronation at one time or another has reached out to us and, hey, we're putting this idea together for our country, and what do you think? How do we go about doing this thing or that thing? That sort of thing. So we are definitely there to help out and to assist, and it's kind of fun because when we go to microcon, and so many of these nations that are at microcon have, I guess, benefited from some of our advice. I don't want to pat myself on the back on this. I'm just saying really what it is. Benefited from some of our advice as they build up their nations. So it's like, hey, these are all my kids, that kind of thing.
Okay. So two things. I believe the flag is just an inverted Sierra Leone flag.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably the easiest way to describe it. I mean, our flag
Yeah.
is blue, white, and green, and it happens to be the same as Sierra Leone turned upside down. So yeah, it works out. It's also fairly inexpensive to obtain. As like I said, if you go get a custom flag, as many micronations will do, your cool blue flag with a shark on it or whatever. I made that up, but and whatever you can go. There's a couple places online you can go to, but they're not inexpensive. Okay, so
Okay.
we like inexpensive. We can get this flag commercially anywhere off the internet.
So I hear that you buy some of your supplies from the military supply store. Which one of the stuff you're wearing now came from that?
Okay, well, this jacket was actually formerly a German police jacket,
Oh,
German police force. So that was online. That was eBay, and the hat was a fire chief's hat. Is a fire was anyway. Comes from a fire department like supply, online supply company for like dress uniforms and so forth like that. Pretty sure it's fire. Maybe it was police, but I think it's fire. Anyway, so that's just an example. Um, Mostly, I get most of my jackets actually from eBay. It's just easier, and
oh,
because you can find a lot of surplus clothes on eBay, and if you don't happen to have a military surplus place, like right down the street or something like that.
okay. Does that include your medals and the yellow stuff you're wearing too?
Yeah, this is just basically the sash itself. The sash right here is the sash of office as the president. Blue, white, and green representing the country's colors and everything. The medals, some of them I gave to myself. I'm a dictator, so
Yeah,
dictators give themselves their own medals, and but most of them were actually given to me from other micronations for helping them
that's
out. Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. So, and then I have three, no, four, maybe five shadow boxes in my regular office, not this office, but the other office. And that there's all medals in there too. So I probably have somewhere in the vicinity of 50 or 60 medals. But I'm only so big I can't wear them all on my shirt at once.
Okay.
Right.
First of all, first of all, good medals.
Yeah, and the sash actually, this strap right here, it actually really goes back to my service when I worked when I was in the United States Army. We had a band like this, similar but different colors and so forth. So I was like, okay, that's what I had on my dress uniform then. So I want to have one now.
First of all, nice for, I mean, sorry, yeah, sorry for too much first of all, but nice history.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, okay. Do you always keep up with the laws and culture you make? Because you said in an interview years ago, if you don't know, you can make it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, most of our laws are more or less tongue in cheek. I mean, there are a few that are pretty standard, like there's no plastic shopping bags or incandescent light bulbs in Molossia, but that's an easy one, that kind of thing. But some of them are just, I guess, more for fun, if you will. Like you have to have your elephant on a leash in Molossia. I mean, if you have an elephant, that's the thing, that kind of thing. Oh, and also onions and spinach are banned because they're awful things and they should be banned. But yeah, we keep up with our laws, and of course, we do our best to, maintain. To abide by U.S. laws too, because that's a really good way to get your micronation shut down, is to make the U.S. mad. You don't want to do that.
Oh, oh, okay. So tell me how the how your law how your law against onions and spinach came to mind, coming from someone who was a fan of them.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, many years ago, back I'd say in the 1970s or whatever, took a road trip with my grandparents. We stopped in at a cousin's house, and and the cousin, or actually probably the cousin's dad, whatever, um, made hamburgers that were about 50% onion and mixed in with,
Oh,
yeah, and it was just overwhelmingly awful. And I was sick for like 3 days. And
oh,
I mean, not sick like dying, but upset stomach and everything for like 3 days. And so ever since then, I have had a deep-seated aversion to onions. And as the president, I can do stuff like that and say no onions, that kind of thing. Now, spinach, there was an E. coli outbreak probably about 15, 20 years ago, and so fresh spinach is definitely banned. To be honest, we don't ever eat spinach here in Molossia. I can't remember. I personally haven't eaten spinach since the 70s, so
oh,
it's nasty stuff. Anyway, but canned spinach is okay because that's what Popeye eats. So yeah,
oh.
yeah, right. But
So,
we don't
okay.
eat either.
Oh, so you're more of a fries or a mozzarella stick person
Oh,
than an onion ring person.
oh, absolutely, definitely. Mozzarella sticks are bomb. So no question.
Oh.
And fries, yes, but you got to have some ketchup. I mean, naked fries, just no bueno.
Or aioli.
Yeah, yeah, aioli's good, and my wife prefers the first lady. She prefers ranch,
Oh,
yeah, and so it's a big thing. Ranch is like a really really big thing, in yeah, I guess her side of the family. They're all about the ranch.
ah,
I don't think I ever had ranch until I met her, and I still try to avoid it. It's like yuck, but anyway.
nice, nice, nice. Okay, so what was it like working with nostalgia critic Doug Walker for his Caucasia movie?
Oh, that was a lot of fun. It really, really
Oh,
was. Yeah, I mean, those are a bunch of crazy guys, and they're all a bunch of big bunch of nerds too. So I mean, they rolled up in like three vans up the main road here in Molossia. They all came popping out yelling Pikachu, and we were like, well, yeah, we're down with these guys. So anyway, so it really was a lot of fun. That was three, I'd say 10, 12 hour days of filming to make that movie. Not It wasn't our first time making a film like that, but not that long and so forth. So anyway, but yeah, it was great fun. It really was. A lot of crazy guys. It was also fun to watch as they put the movie together and to see what it was actually going to come out
hmm.
looking like. So I really felt sorry. Have you seen the movie Kikassia?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
many times. Yeah,
There's one guy
yeah,
there.
full of real humor.
Yes, absolutely. There's one guy there that doesn't wear a shirt, and he's like he's got all of his muscles like
Yeah.
painted on or drawn on with a Sharpie or whatever.
Hmm.
That poor guy, I really felt for him. I really did, because it was probably, was it March or April, and it was just freezing cold, and so he's
Oh,
out there when he's in character not wearing a shirt, and
oh no.
it was super cold. And so anyway, so I really felt for that guy. You're taking one for the
Oh.
team, buddy.
Okay. I think I missed a question here. How did you come up with all the creativity with the laws and culture you put in your micronation?
Hmm. Over a long period of time. I mean, really, again, I mean, uh, with micronations are supposed to be countries. I'm trying to formulate this in my head. So micronations are supposed to be countries. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're emulating larger countries in most ways. And even to this very day, I will take a look at what established nations. I have a preference for like the island nations down in the Caribbean, and seeing what they're doing, and what's going on in their nation, and then drawing ideas from that and so forth. And so really, there's like any number of different things you can do with the idea of having your country. And so it's just a matter of developing. I can't talk all of a sudden. Developing it. Wow, over time. You're going to start out with the basics. Everybody knows you got to have the flag. You probably need a national anthem. You probably, obviously, you need to form a government. Who's in charge? That kind of thing. Are you going to have elections, or is it a monarchy with no representation, or think something along that line? And then you sort of build from there. Where are you going to go from that? Are you going to make stamps? Are you going to have your own money? What are your holidays? I mean, each individual micronation has a different idea of what might be, their holidays. Here in Molossia, we've adopted several holidays and adapted them to our own use. For example, today is Guy Fawkes, which is a big thing, not a big thing, but it's a thing in Britain. Okay, obviously we have never been British, but that's okay. We're big fans, and it's always fun to burn something. So we have a Guy Fawkes celebration every November 5th, and we have little guys that we burn in our bonfire here in Red Square, and yeah, we sort of just basically borrowed. I guess I wanted to say stole, but anyway, borrowed, culturally appropriated that, if you will. And we have a few other things too. There's a Chinese Moon Festival takes place in September, so we adopted that as the Moon Pie Festival. I don't know if you ever had a moon pie, but they're delicious and fantastic, and they're little chocolate covered, like graham cracker type, marshmallow type dessert type treats, and they're awesome. So we have a Moon Pie Festival. Not really a festival; it's just a day. Pass out moon pies, everybody have a good time, and on and on and on. Just that kind of stuff. Whatever we see, kind of like, hey, you know what? We should be doing that. We have our space program, for example. Yes, it's very small model rockets, and we launch them. And no, we've not reached outer space yet. Get that question an awful lot, but we have a good time with that. We do our own form of exploration, seeing what we can do by launching rockets. We were the first micronation to launch a living creature in one of our rockets. Northern micronation's done that because the rockets are really small, but in our case, it was Mexican jumping beans. So we launched
Oh,
we launched Mexican jumping beans up in our rocket. They come with their own spacesuit. So anyway, anyway, so that kind of thing, just whatever we could think of that might be something a country would do, and that's what we do.
yeah. Well, first, yeah. Well, that's actually that's man, Mexican jumping beans. That is actually creative and funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. In the documentary A Tiny Spark, which was 12 years ago, man, time flies. You consider your three dogs as citizens. Why so?
Oh, why not? they're very loyal. Actually, we only have two dogs now because we had a recent spate of demises of old dogs. As you know, that's what happens when they get older. But we have two younger dogs now, and but yeah, no, they're you know what? You can pretty much count on a dog's loyalty as a citizen. If we had elections, I'm sure they'd vote for me. So why not? They're part of our lives and part of our national family. So yes, that's why our dogs are fitted citizens.
I mean, there's a couple of small U.S. Places that vote for dogs as mayor. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that's an interesting idea, though. Dogs voting for you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you ever heard of the micronation of Fangamamona, which is
Oh,
down in New Zealand. Fangamamona. It's not
Manga
spelled
Momona.
like that, but it's anyway. Anyway, it's down in New Zealand, and their president has variously been a human, obviously, but also a dog and a goat. I understand the dog died in office, and the goat retired from stress. And I'm not sure how you stress out a goat. That's a little bit worrisome, but anyway. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can inject a certain amount of imagination and creativity into just about anything that you want to do, and we really enjoy that. We really, uh, yeah, we really enjoy making things, spinning things a little bit differently. We have our own measurement system here in the Republic of Molossia. The basic unit of it is called the Norton, and it's the length of my hand, so you can measure things with your hands, that kind of thing. So we did that just to be a little bit different. We have our own time zone here in Molossia, which is 39 minutes ahead of Pacific time or 21 minutes behind Mountain time, depending on which way you go. Now, obviously, we didn't do this interview based on that time zone because it would get far too confusing. But again, we did that just to be a little bit different and uh, and be unusual because we like being unusual.
Okay. Okay. So, who are currently the citizens now in your country?
Like physically in the country
Oh, yeah.
or the actual overall citizens. We have a total of
Well,
39 citizens in Molossia.
mhm.
All Molossian citizens are our family members, including the aforementioned dogs. Most of them don't live in Molossia. Right now, they're what's called expatriates living over the border in the U.S., but they are still Molossian citizens. Um, and they gather back in our country back to the country all the time. Like, for example, Guy Fawkes, we're going to have a bunch of Molossian citizens coming in from over the border in the U.S. coming back to the country for that celebration. And but resident here in the nation, we have our two dog citizens, and we have our myself and the first lady. Those are the only remaining humans living in Molossia.
Oh, okay, okay. Right. Okay. So you consider yourself an artist when you made this micronation. How did you make this viable for so long?
Just keeping it busy and keeping it active and coming up with new ideas of things to do with the nation at all times. And of course, economically speaking, I mean, we own the entire country, so that part was easy. So that part of keeping it viable, not a problem. But keeping it busy, always a challenge. Not like a huge challenge, but we want to continually have things happening in our country and so forth. And so that's the challenge, but it's also the reward of, hey, we're going to put something together, we're going to make this new cool thing, we're going to build this thing, or we're going to have, I don't know, whatever event going on, that kind of thing. And so yeah, as well as any number of different things. Like recently we started a new initiative, which I actually borrowed the idea from other countries. It's kind of a UN thing about plastic pollution and to try to limit plastic pollution. And we actually do a really good job of that here in Molossia. We don't have hardly any plastic at all to begin with, so it's really easy to ban something you don't really have. So anyway, but yeah, just continue. That's how we do it. We just continually come up with ideas with the idea of keeping the nation active, busy, fresh stuff going on all the time.
Okay. And also the Clean Air Act, or basically no smoking, because I've seen in the Tiny Spark you've had to make your two guests smoke in the U.S. side.
Yes, exactly. No smoking in Molossia. And as far as I know, no one smokes in Molossia, and I haven't caught him for a very long time, including my mother-in-law, who's a, who's a,
Oh,
who's a citizen and probably the only smoker I actually know.
oh, oh, okay. Okay. Do you work in other jobs aside from this?
Not currently, actually. I'm semi-retired
Oh,
from a job on the outside, if you will. And we don't really need to talk a lot about that. It was a government job, and we don't need to bring them into it. So a U.S. government job.
oh, oh, okay. Right now, it's tough for people these days to find jobs. If they want to go the same path as you, what are the things they can do right now to practice or start?
To do what? To come here? To come to Molossia?
If they want to, if they want to start a micronation like you.
Oh, if they want to start a micronation? I'm confused. What's the question now? Are you talking about jobs or we're lost?
Honestly, this is just the same for this is just the question I made for people that have jobs, but I think this is more of a hobby or an artiste thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like I said, we take it seriously as a nation. But I guess from looking at it from the outside, you could say that it's kind of a hobby or an artist type thing. Absolutely. I mean, why not? Whatever helps define it. So,
So
but
I
as far
guess
as jobs are concerned, there are no jobs here in Molossia. We actually get inquiries every single day from far-flung lands of people who want to come move to Molossia and live here as citizens. And of course, it's a very tiny country. We don't have any room for that.
mm,
Right now, if we had done that, we probably would have something in the vicinity of probably 10,000 citizens in our country. That's how many inquiries that we receive every day. Pretty much every day, somebody wants to move here to Molossia.
okay, okay. So I guess I have to rephrase this, but at the same time, 10-minute warning. Okay. So if to the people watching this right now, what are they if they want to start a micronation like you? What are the things they need to do first?
Um, I think, okay, well, first off, probably why do you want to start a micronation? Because that one question, it opens up every other thing that you're going to possibly want to do. What are you doing? What's your goal here? Do you want to be a king? A lot of folks want to be kings, queens, and especially princesses,
Ooh.
surprisingly. Anyway, do you want to be a king? Absolutely. So that is the first step in you having a kingdom. Okay, so now you need to build from that idea. I'm the king of what? Your country needs a name. Your country needs a flag. We've talked a lot about that today. Your country needs a flag and national anthem, national symbols, all those things. Do you have citizens? I mean, kind of hope you might have citizens. I mean, that makes a better country if you've got actual folks that are supporting you as the king. You're not the one man show, but a lot of micronations are, in fact, mostly one man shows. Even Molossia, we're not a one man show. My wife, the first lady, and I work together on it. But the rest of the Molossian citizens, they don't really get involved in the running of the country. They're just sort of involved in all of our activities that we do as a nation that are already kind of planned out for them, if you will. So anyway, yeah, start with what is your goal here? What do you want to do? You want to be the king. You want to be the prime minister, the president, whatever it is you want to do, and then just build your country from that one simple thing, and then see where you can take it. Countries come in all shapes and sizes, and that's established ones as well as micronations. For example, one micronation I'm always fond of referring to. Um, their overall idea is that nations don't necessarily need to have borders because they're about people and cultures, like a shared culture. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so their entire country is a rock about this big that they carry around in a little suitcase. That's the whole country because they're saying the land for the nation doesn't matter. What matters is the people of the nation. And so that's something to keep in mind as you're building your country. That is their, I guess, reason for being as a nation. So anyway, I don't know if I answered your question, but let's start. Yeah, start with that simple spark. What do you want to do with your country? Where are you going with this?
Okay, thank you. Why are micronations like yours important?
Why are micronation like ours? What? I'm sorry.
Why are micronations like yours important?
Oh, well, I guess that depends on a perspective of what's important. We think it's important because it's our country, and so we're surrounded by it every day, and so that makes it important. Now whether that makes us important to somebody else, probably from a certain standpoint, I would guess because, like I said, we've been around for a very very long time, and we're here to help. If you want to start your own country, we're there to offer advice and maybe inspiration as to what you can do with that. So I guess that would probably make us important. Now, why are micronations in general important? I think it's all an expression of personal sovereignty. That you don't necessarily need to be, identify as a U.S. citizen or Canadian citizen or something like that. You can be your own citizen, that kind of thing. Of course, some people they take that too far. There's a thing in the U.S. called the sovereign citizen movement, and those
Oh,
guys are heck of violent, and they've got lots of guns, and they're prepared to defend their little farm out in the middle of nowhere, to the death, that kind of thing. We're not to that level, but personal sovereignty I think is one of those hallmarks of micronationalism. You wouldn't be thinking that you have your own country if you were okay with just like marching along with all the guys in the other country around you. You want to do your own thing, have your own nation. So yeah, that makes micronations important, I think.
okay. And considering that you go to Nevada Day parades, how are they important to your community?
Oh, the Nevada Day Parade is awesome because it gets us out there. People are aware of Molossia. A lot of people are aware of Molossia because of being in the parade. Because we're rolling down there. We got our flag and on flags flying and so forth. Like excuse me, like that. And so it's kind of like a public publicity thing. Excuse me. Also, with the Nevada Day Parade, we interact with the leadership of the state of Nevada. We see the governor every single year at the Nevada Day Parade and so forth, as well as their senators, their Congress folks, all that. And so it gives us an opportunity to interact as we should, as the leader of a nation, as we should with other, dignitaries and so forth like that, political leaders in the U.S.
All right. Okay. I guess that's it for that's it. Yeah, that's it for the question. Let's head to the one last let's head to the last segment. Quick fire. It's simple. Just answer as many questions quickly in under 90 seconds. Are you ready?
I'll do my best.
All right, all right.
Give me an example.
Um, before we start the
Yeah, sure.
90-second timer.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see. Let's see. What's your favorite place in Malaysia?
Molossia. Let's start with that.
Malaysia.
Okay. All right. I got it. Go for it.
All
Go.
right. So ready? 90-second timer. Let's start.
Okay, go.
Okay. Here. All right. Here we go. One word to describe yourself.
Uh, President.
Ah, nice. Best food from from Malaysia's culture.
Oh, fast food from Molossia. We don't really have any, but I'm a big fan of McDonald's over there in the
Ah,
U.S.
ah, nice. Yeah. Best thing you've made up for Malaysia.
Molossia. Man, you're making me say
Malaysia.
it. So, best thing, the entire country, all of it, whole thing. Very proud of it.
One everyday item you can't leave without.
Leave without.
Yeah,
I'm a very,
you can leave without.
oh, can't live without. Or
No, no, leave without.
oh, I mean, I never leave without anything. I'm an organized guy, and then I have
Ah,
people.
oh,
So,
okay. One everyday item you can. Oh no, I'm sorry. Mantra in life.
huh? Mantra?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Use your imagination.
Nice, nice. Oh, 20 seconds left. Best place in Nevada for a good meal.
For what? For living?
For a good meal.
Oh, for a good meal? Oh
Yeah.
man, that's a tough one. Um, I really like. Shoot, I don't know. We're gonna have to pass on that one. I can't think right off the top of my head that would
Yeah,
be a
that's
good.
okay. I guess we're
Anything
done
is
with the
not a
90
chain,
second
I
timer.
guess.
Oh, okay. Oh, first of all, thank you for first of all, thank you for this opportunity. Let's see a screenshot.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope you had a good time. I certainly
Oh
did.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much. Is there any feedbacks or comments before we end this?
No, I think we're in good shape. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you today.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So,
Absolutely.
and anything you'd like to? I forgot the question, but yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
again, thank you for coming to the Meetup Spot, Mr. President.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. Again, I do appreciate it. And hope all's well with you.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, Mr. President. Okay, let's